Hi, Dave Franklin here. Welcome back to another episode of 10 Questions. Today, my special guest is Mr. Brian Barry, owner of Sullivans Quay in Port Washington. Brian, how are you today?
Good.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Good, happy to have you. Thank you for your time. Brian has one of the more successful restaurants in Port Washington. Great night spot, great food, karaoke, great drinks, great service. Just really has always been since 1999.
Since 1999.
Wow, it's a long time. One of the bright spots in Port Washington. What I want to ask you today, Brian, in light of what's happening with the COVID, how did that affect your business? If you can just take me through from the beginning.
Well, we got shut down by the governor on March 16th, right the day before St. Patrick's Day, so we had a lot of corned beef in-house. And I went home that night and I realised that there was a window for us to stay open for to-goes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we opened up again on Tuesday and got rid of it. We sold a lot of corned beef.
Excellent. And the takeout business was good?
And the takeout business was good, and it just continued on from that until I think about June 24th. We were allowed open again inside, and then we created some outside dining, but it's just been a long struggle. It's been a long struggle, but thankfully we're still here.
When did you open up the outside?
We opened up the outside in around, I guess, the 1st of July. We took a bit of time to put it together, and then we opened around the 1st of July, and people are happy to sit outside.
Mm-hmm.
People are just happy to sit outside or to get out, and they're still slow to come inside.
Okay. How did this affect your staffing?
Staffing has been a bit of a challenge. It's a catch-22 because a lot of people have been getting the COVID 600, which takes away the need to go back to work. So it's been hard to staff. We've been staffing through a lot of college kids and stuff like that. So thankfully we've been able to manage it that way.
How about your bar staff? Same thing, or did
bar staff is the same. Both my kids have been working here this summer. They're home from college, so my son has been bartending and my daughter has been serving, waitressing. My nephew has been a busboy. I've been pulling in all sorts of resources.
Okay, I'm surprised my phone hasn't run.
Yeah,
I'd write down some tables for you.
It's not Christmas yet.
When you were allowed to open up, did people come right back? Did they start to trickle in? Do you think they had any fear of coming back?
I think people have had the fear of coming inside, and I guess me being a little naive, I just thought we'd open back up and people would start coming back in, and that didn't happen. And thankfully we've been able to put the outside space, so someone says, do you have outside dining? It's a yes or no question, and we've had that, but people are still a little slow to come inside. I don't know if that will change, but we'll see more of that maybe say come October.
Okay, do you see any difference now that sports is back?
No, not very much. Not very much. I also think that people have gotten somewhat used to staying home, and technology has enabled people to stay home a little more. So maybe habits have changed a bit too, and that might just take a little bit of time to change back.
These days, are you doing more takeout than in-house dining or outdoor dining?
It's probably about the same. It's probably about the same to go as in-house, depending on the weather. When it's 80 degrees or 75 degrees outside, people want to sit outside, but not when it's 90.
Right.
And when it's raining, it doesn't mean people want to come inside. So.
Well, I noticed you've got the umbrellas set up back there in a little baby tent. So.
Yeah, we have some stuff, but if it's too hot or if it's raining, you lose people. So you only have a small window.
I think that's been the case in most of the town.
Yeah.
You opened up in 1999. You've made some changes. This used to be actually back here. There were books all over the place, as you see. This whole thing
kept some of the books
filled with books.
Yeah.
And I remember, bringing my kids in here. They'd open it up and they'd find money every now and then. Some people would leave money.
I'm from Cork. I've taken all the money.
As I said, there used to be money in here. Tell us about some of your signature dishes here.
We have your typical Irish dishes: shepherd's pie, fish and chips, which is what people would expect, we'll say, from an Irish bar restaurant. My favourites are really the skillet chicken or the skirt steak, but we have a wide variety of appetizers. Tuna tartare, fried cauliflower,
Right.
all sorts of.
It is a very creative menu, and I will say they have the best burgers in town.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But Dave generally eats a steak when he comes. Dave generally eats a steak when he comes.
I know it was getting to me during the COVID, so I had to cut back and do the salads for a while.
Yeah.
But so everything else, you think it's picking up?
It's hard to say where we're going. I mean, typically July, August would be a slow time in up here on the boulevard. So you have a lot of people out of town. I guess it'll be interesting to see how schools will go back, and if people will be coming back to town. If schools are online, people might not be coming back to town. People who have houses in the Hamptons or Montauk or the Jersey Shore, they probably won't come back. So we'll just have to wait and see how we unfold into the fall, But with no sports, I would say, if football doesn't come back, that's a big thing. So there's a lot of moving parts that it's hard to put a finger on.
Okay, well, but it's interesting because very rare you've got hockey and basketball in August right now, and baseball when the teams are not sick.
Yeah,
that's a little bit crazy. But I was hoping that would help your business pick up. But
no, I mean, I've seen some people watching the Yankee game, but no.
Not like the old days where people would come as a destination to watch the game.
No.
Meet their friends down here.
Yeah, the technology has really changed. Technology has really, my thought, has really come to life in this pandemic. Everyone is, on the internet and streaming and Zoom and FaceTime and all of that, So none of that was here back in 1999, Dave.
True, yes. We still look as good as we did in 1999.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we go, I want you to, first of all, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dave.
I appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
I want you to, now it's time for your shameless plug. Give you the name of the restaurant, the address, the phone number.
Sullivans Quay on Port Washington Boulevard. We'd love to see you. Hopefully you can come back soon. Thank you.
Phone number?
516-883-3122.
Even if you can't come in, get some takeout. The food here is always great, and Brian will be smiling.
Yeah, thank you for the support.
Okay, always. Thank you.
Thank you.